Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of probably Apple's number one 100 Things We Learned from Film, Movie, Trivia podcast. There's no other one called this. There's no other one does exactly what we do. So we must be number one. There's 100 Things We Learned from Film. I'm one of your hosts. My name's Planty. I'm not young, but I am dumb. And I'm not talking to you about my cum.
And I'm dead. Oh, hang on a minute. Wrong film. And I'm the other guy. Although we should do it at some point. We get a lot of history stuff out of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures.
I was going to say it's just the one swan, actually. We've already done that one. Fantastic. John, how are you?
I'm all right, mate. It's starting to cool down here in Scotland, but I understand it's a hell of a wham your way.
No, not with us, mate. Whatever weather you've got in Scotland, you've got in Carlisle.
Oh,
standard. Yeah.
God. I was going to come in there for holidays.
No, it's fucking... down south, it's fucking roasty toasty.
What, you mean, like Newcastle?
I've had 3 layers on today. Yeah, down south, in the Midlands, Manchester.
I know. I still hate it when people like either Northerners and they're like, what, they're from Scotland? Like, no. Manchester, like, what the
Yeah, I'm not getting into that. Just out of interest, John, what do you call a roll? No, we're not doing that.
No,
I'll do that for hits online, but
yes.
no, not on this podcast. This is the podcast, as I said in the start, in the thing that I just made up. We try to learn 100 things from every film we're talking about. Every month, sometimes twice a month, depending on how busy we are, we throw open to the Wheel of Names, which anyone that subscribes or gives us a quid every single month gets the chance to get their name on and get a spin on. We've been doing this for over 2 years now, John, and we've still got so many names to do. So
really?
We need to rattle through it. Listeners,
okay.
There will be another one live right now as you are listening to this. So that person will probably have already been in touch to let us know what they want us to do. Hope they have, anyway. But this week, it is our friend Maria, who we had on to talk about Speed, didn't we?
Yep.
A couple of years ago,
yeah.
To tell us what she's got. So, Maria, of course, it is over to you.
I'm Maria. I'm an English teacher in the United States, in the state of Minnesota, and a big fan of the podcast. Hey, fellas. Thank you so much for doing Point Break. I'm very excited to listen to you dig in and make fun of this early 90s time capsule of action movies. I think it captures the grungy, disenfranchised aesthetic of that time. And some facts about the film: it has, of course, one of the most highly regarded foot chase scenes of all time. And I know for that scene and many of the other action scenes, Kathryn Bigelow, the director, used a lot of handheld cameras. And while there was a screenwriter for the film, she and her then husband at the time, Mr. James Cameron, rewrote and reworked a lot of the script. And she also insisted that she wouldn't do it if Keanu Reeves wasn't playing the iconic Johnny Unitas. And finally, I think Gary Busey is the biggest delight in this film with his many Hawaiian shirts and his very famous line, "Utah, get me too," when he sends them to get meatball subs, was improvised to help fill the dead air when Keanu Reeves is walking from the car to that sandwich place. And I think it is a life lesson for all of us. Go get a meatball sandwich. Make sure you get 2. Live your life.
I mean, words to live by, John. Am I right?
Always get to.
Always
That's my mantra. Every time we go for a roll and chips, get to.
Utah too. It's great. It's fantastic. And I think Maria's picked up on something here that I messaged you earlier in the week. This is Busey's best role by a country mile.
Yeah,
he's
without
fantastic.
Yeah, he's great.
He is Busey'd up to 100.
He's not as crazy as Joshua, but he's all right.
It's great fun. Of course, it's Point Break that we are talking about. You know what, John? I always thought this was a lot older than it actually is. I always thought this was like late 80s.
No, I know. I was the same. There was a lot going on. There was a lot of films that I remember. I'm not even going to look them up, but I remember watching a few of them, and one of them was this. I'm sure the other one was Romper Stomper, and it was just like totally different. But the ending's the same. They both die in water at the end. That's so weird.
Like Gremlins.
Exactly.
Same engine as Gremlins. Yeah, fantastic. What else could we have been talking about, John?
So back in the day, 2 seconds, I forget my notes. Cut this bit out. Right, we went through all these. Drop Dead Fred.
Previous episode.
Exactly. Toy Soldiers, which
Right. I like Toy Soldiers. Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Will Wheaton. Oh, have you not?
Never seen
Oh
it.
no, it's fun.
No, I've never seen it. The Commitments, previous episode.
Yeah, previous episodes.
Yep. Prince of Tides, which I thought was boring as shit, but a lot of people seem to like it.
I've never seen it. Lowenstein. My name's Voight.
Backdraft, which I did like.
Oh, Backdraft. Yeah.
Backdraft. Old Highlander 2, big man, fan favourite.
Oh, not the quickening.
Not Curly Sue.
Oh, yeah.
Curly Sue. And let's end on a high, King Ralph.
Oh, King Ralph. I think about King Ralph every time I see a photo of the royal family.
Oh, do you really?
I hope for a King Ralph in on a regular basis. I got to be honest.
Every time I see a Burger King, I think of King Ralph. Because he is the king of burgers.
He's the king of burgers, the titular Burger King. If you want to get on the wheel like Maria, then you can give us a quid. Go to patreon.com/100things film or 100 things we learn from film.co.uk, where you can get all of our pages, our links, everything that you want to do. Our patrons also on there.
Yep.
Right, let's get stuck in. Let's do some spoilers. Now, we're going to try and get to 100 things. Maria's helped us out by already starting us with 4.
Oh, nice.
Maria got the brief, didn't she?
She got the brief.
She's helped us right off. So
Yep.
there you go. If you're thinking about giving us a quid, also think about what facts you want to give us.
Yeah, that would help.
Okay. So on this one, as a Largo Entertainment, John.
I've no seen that in years. Largo,
well, you have. You saw it earlier on this year.
No.
Because we did Time Cop.
So we did.
And Largo Entertainment was owned by JVC, not JCVD.
JCVD. Yeah.
Key Largo, though, is an island on the upper Florida Keys and is the largest section of the Keys at 33 miles.
There you go.
You can have that one. This one was a budget of 24 million and it made 83.5 million.
That'll do nicely.
It would be remiss of us not to at least mention that there was a 2015 remake, which I think was probably just money laundering.
That was pointless.
I've never seen a second.
They should have just called it Pointless Break. Because it was fucking pointless.
Did you have that lanky twat off the TV programme with his iPad? Off Pointless.
So did Richard Osman.
There you go, that's what they call it. That cost 105 million and made 133 million.
Nah, just fucking shit. Absolute crap.
Okay. We open with surfing interspersed with Keanu Reeves. Lal baby Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
He's been at a shooting range and he almost gets top marks, except he misses little Tammy in her school books.
Do you know what? I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. As soon as I saw him in that shooting, I was like, he's going to go back. He's going to go back. Men in Black, go back.
Go back to Men in Black. Once you go Men in Black, you never go back.
You never go back.
He's Johnny Utah, which, by the way, is the worst name of a character we've ever had.
It could have been worse because that's what the original name of the film was going to be. Johnny Utah.
They were going to call the movie Johnny Utah.
Johnny Utah, yep. And then something else came in.
You don't know what you get in there. Is it about a
exactly
18th century dirt farmer or something?
I was thinking my own private Idaho or Johnny Utah. So.
Very good. What's a reference to Paris, Texas? Completely different film.
No shit.
He's an FBI graduate, and we see him on his first day in the job in LA. He's captured his harp, John C. McGinley, by the way.
Yeah. Scrubs fan favourite, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll let you do the wee bit, but I'll tell. I was sitting with somebody a couple of days ago that pointed something to me, and it blew my mind. So I'll let you go the intro.
I don't have a huge bit here, other than you know nothing, you know less than nothing. You got to avoid caffeine and sugar, sir. I don't even eat the skin off chicken. You fucking dweeb! It's the best bit. It's where
I know.
15 herbs and spices are, for fuck's sake.
Right, and he was nice to them up to that point, and then what did he do next?
Oh, he's horrible to. He puts him with Busey, doesn't he? He treats him like shit.
But guess what? Do you know why he did it?
No.
Because he ate the donut. As soon as he says we don't have sugar, blah blah, he literally walked in and grabbed the donut. After that, he flipped, and I'm like, oh, I never even noticed.
No, I didn't either. Good point. But obviously Keanu's taking the piss out of him, isn't he? By saying, I don't even eat the skin off the chicken. Man, the skin.
Skin's the best. Crispy skin.
I just eat the skins. Yeah. In fairness to Keanu, though, he's doing all his own stunts in those fucking John Wick films in his mid-50s, isn't he?
Oh, aye.
I'm 45. I can't even get off this chair without fucking groaning.
I can't even look at a gun without going, oh.
In fact, this chair's fucking groaning throughout the podcast. Just like the listeners, to be fair.
Oh.
The team is bank robberies. And he says, the gaffer says, LA is the bank robbery capital of the world. Now, John, this was true in the 80s and 90s.
Yep, it was indeed.
In 1992, it was the city's worst year for robberies. Number 2,641 robberies, which roughly translated to about one bank robbery every 45 minutes of a banking day.
Yep. And it wasn't even professional robbers, it was just people just putting my television on because the banks had moved out of the city and was in the suburbs and there wasn't as much security in the suburbs, so that's why there was literally people. That was the guy, somebody else told me the exact same thing. One of my common friend of ours is a very big fan of Patrick Swayze, and I think this is why he's got so much on Point Break.
Right, okay. Oh, fantastic. Good to know. Are you not going to give him a shout out?
No.
Well, fuck him.
No. Fuck you, Stuart.
Facts.
Fuck you, Stuart.
Thank you, Stuart. Thank you, Stuart. We appreciate you. I still can't get over the fact I had to write banking day on my work emails. That's a worry. This is the You're Young, Dumb and Full of Cum. How did you get assigned to us? We must have an asshole shortage. Which is good.
Yeah.
I like asshole shortage. I'm gonna use that.
Are you gonna use that in your daily life?
Absolutely, I'm fucking using that.
Oh. And there was a thing he said, was it a blue light thing he kept saying?
Oh yeah, he mentions that he's a
blue flame special.
And do you know, blue light special. It's one of those things that I just every now and again I'll write things down and then I'll delete it without actually looking it up. Did you get anything on that?
I've got it. So the term blue flame special is used as slang to describe a young, enthusiastic, and possibly reckless agent, FBI agent.
Oh right, okay.
Blue flame. But
do you remember when you were young and enthusiastic, John?
No.
I'll tell you that's a no.
I do. No. By the way, just so you know, sorry.
Oh, go on.
Eating chicken skin in moderation can be part of a healthy diet. It contains beneficial unsaturated fats and collagen. There you
go. What's this word, moderation?
I don't know.
At some point, they got on a Continental Airlines flight. Continental Airlines was founded in 1934. John, it no longer exists. Merged with United Airlines. There you go. In the FBI pool, Angelo Papas, the aforementioned Gary Busey, has to rescue a brick in his pajamas or whatever the fuck you used to have to do in your swimming certificate at school. He meets Johnny and calls him Johnny Unitas. Johnny Unitas. It's welcome to SeaWorld, kid, and jumps in after the brick.
Says in all my years I've never known anything as pointless as this.
Yeah. Johnny Unitas, John. Now there's a haircut you can set your watch to. Won a Super Bowl V with the Colts, but it could have all been very different for Mr. Unitas, if that is his real name. It is. He was drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1955, but they cut him before the season started. And after getting cut, he played semi-professional football for $6 a game with the Bloomfield Rams.
Ooh.
And worked construction during the week.
Jesus.
And then on off nights, he was at a club doing the YMCA, I assume. With a cop. With Gary Busey.
Oh, man.
Elsewhere in town, this gang, the ex-presidents, are robbing a bank in masks.
Yep.
As they leave, Nixon does the "Hi, I'm not a crook" thing and bears his ass cheeks.
Still funny. And
he says, "Thank you." And I'm just impressed Nixon could write allegedly on his butt cheeks. We learn they've done 27 banks in 3 years. No one ever gets shot. Angelo says they are pros and stick to cash drawers and never go in the vault.
Yep.
They dump the vehicle and they vanish. They vanish like a virgin on prom night. Again, it's such good. He has almost all the best lines.
Almost all
really
the best.
Johnny offers for them to look through the car that they dumped. Let me know if you find Jimmy Hoffa in the trunk. We've done Jimmy Hoffa, which means we can never do The Irishman, but we're also never doing The Irishman because it's like 4 hours long or whatever.
I know, fucking hell. And everybody's Benjamin Button, didn't it? And fucking hell.
It's the CG's atrocious in it.
Nah,
Makes you feel a bit. Looks like that smooth alien in Men in Black.
Oh God, aye. Reggie. Fucking Reggie.
Yeah. Johnny suggests that with 20 years' experience, Papas must have a theory, but he doesn't think they'll ever get them. They have it out, and Papas agrees to tell him his theory, and it is that they're surfers. Mm-hmm. And he goes through all this stuff. It's such good cop work. He spots tan lines on Nixon's ass as he's dropping his pants. He scuffed his boot on the counter last year. There's wax on the shoe, and the sound suggests it's Mr. Zog's sex wax.
Which is a real one. A real one as well.
Making things up. It's real, yeah.
Sex wax is real. I looked up the best one though. The best wax. I'll need to tell you later on because it's in my notes somewhere. But when we get to it, I'll let you know.
Well, Mr. Zog's Sex Wax, John, founded in 1972. Their website looks like it's not been updated since 2009. There's a bit where you can click to go on a tour, and it's just like 2 lines of text followed by a really bad picture, which looks like it's done from a video, a still, and then 2 more lines of text, and then another picture. It's just done just done by lads who just want to go out and surf, even though they're like 70 years old.
It's like Paul Rudd and Forget Sarah Marshall, isn't it? Just
it is a little bit.
Oh, I've got it. So Sticky Bumps seems to be the best quality for surfboards, or best quality wax for surfboards, and it's been about since the early 90s. So Sticky Bumps, if you want to go and sail away.
I'll keep that in mind. Mr. Zog's Sex Wax, they sell a product based on the temperature of water you are surfing in, from X-cold to tropic.
What about XX cold for Scotland? Baltic. Have you got some Baltic wax?
Have you ever surfed, John?
No, of course I've been in the zone of boogie board, but that's not really kind, is it? Skimming across the water and falling your ass.
Yeah.
Happy times.
Fun, though.
Oh, yeah.
The point here is that the dates are all summer jobs, so June to October. They only ever do June to October. Pappas believes that they have 1 more month to get these guys. They're in a surf shop, and this little kid is selling Johnny a board. A lot of guys your age are getting onto this. He's like, I'm 25.
No. It looked like a young Edward Furlong with lighter hair.
With lighter hair. Rachel looked this kid up. She was like, I wonder if he's in anything else. Dead at 30. There you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to say American Pie, but I'm not going to say that now. I looked up boards, but boards. Oh, God. Dead Pie. Basic beginner boards start from $150 and go up to $600 to $800, depending on the quality of the foam in the board.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. Fantastic. Utah, John, with a population of just over 3 million, is the 13th largest by area and 30th most populous and 11th least densely populated state. The state capital, of course, listeners, you know, and you can all sing along, Salt Lake City. The Jazz moved to Salt Lake City, where they don't allow music. There's a reference from a previous episode. Absolutely. On the subject of music, John, Utah Saints had 3 top 10 hits in the early 90s.
Remember that?
Something Good was the big hit, you know that one. 98 in USA, 42 in New Zealand present, 29 where, John?
The Netherlands.
There you go. 13 in the He's Not Finished His Only 28 chart, and 4 in the UK. The BBC used the song during its coverage of the opening ceremony in the Barcelona Olympic Games of 1992, and every time it's paid, Kate Bush gets thrown a big bag of fucking coins.
As always. As always.
It's good old Kate.
That's what happens when you're 88 stuff, though, isn't it? So, good on it.
On the beach, Pappas points the surfers out. You'll have to learn the language and learn to surf. It's just coordination. How hard can it be? Cut to Johnny fucking eating it. Drinking it, I guess.
I know, yeah.
He nearly drowns, but he's saved by Tyler, little tiny Laurie Petty.
Aye, before she tanked him, or tanked.
I was going to say, I before she tanked. I thought this might be the introduction. This is her backstory as Tank Girl. She never got over Johnny fucking
Utah.
Johnny Utah. I'm doing it now.
Johnny United.
She's furious at him for being so shit, and she just out to surf. Hey, my name's Johnny Utah. Who cares?
Fucked. I know, that's basically what she said. Get fucked.
Later, he's watching her get dressed on the beach like a fucking
it's a bit pervert, isn't it?
She
especially
drives
scans as well. Scanted herself on his lap.
So because he's a cop, he has to use illicit means to get her
Surveillance,
details, doesn't he? Yeah, so he
aye.
gets the details from
It's
the
a-
woman on the
It's a petty
car
crime.
desk.
Oh, aye.
Fucking criminal. So basically, cops have been doing it for years. It's not just like the Met
Oh,
Police
God, aye.
today, is it?
Oh,
Do you
aye.
know what I mean?
They don't Facebook stalk you, they actually just proper stalk you.
Yeah. She's got a long rap sheet, including indecent exposure in a moving vehicle, which I quite like.
Nice. Aye.
And then he sees that both her parents died in a plane crash. Oh, I can use that, definitely.
Oh.
Ugh, you fucking... Oh, man. I'm fast going off, Johnny Utah. Got to be honest. He heads to her place of work, which is a diner, and asks her to teach him. She refuses. I'm going to learn to surf or I'll break my neck. He tells this story about how he was a football star, and when his folks died, this was something he wanted to do just for himself. And it's quite a good story, and she's completely bought in, isn't she?
Oh, aye,
because
she's sold.
it's a line.
Aye.
Next morning, he's in board boot camp with her. She's
Oh,
making
aye,
just
aye.
jump, drop, jump, drop. You will give your board a name. It will be a girl's name. Montage of him getting better until we see Bodie, Patrick Swayze, he's doing a good surfing. I've written because I don't know what you put.
Aye, you surfing well?
She tells Johnny he's crazy. Apparently Bodie's searching for the ultimate ride. Tyler introduces them that night. They're at a beach party playing football. Johnny's, of course, pretty good. Unlike this fucking awful cover of Smoke on the Water, by the way.
Oh, aye. Oh, aye.
I just thought was like a farting, like house band. Apparently they're called Loud House, the people that did this.
What?
And they've had no hits.
Oh, funny.
They were
that, eh?
together for 3 years and had no hits. There you go.
What's your claim to fame? I was in Point Break. Oh, wait, but the shit song.
Yeah, I was the lead singer with Loud House. Origins of surfing, John. Surfing dates back over 1,000 years, with roots in Polynesia, especially Hawaii, where it was more than a sport. It was spiritual and social. Chiefs often had the best boards and the best waves.
Oh.
First Western people to record seeing surfing in 1778 during a voyage to Hawaii were Captain James Cook, that famous smoggy, and his mates.
Wow. A sight
Olympic
to
swimmer
behold.
Duke.
Imagine that. Fucking people just riding the waves. Wow.
Olympic swimmer Duke Kakamoka is credited with popularising surfing globally in the early 1900s. He surfed in Australia and California, spreading the good word. There you go. Anyway.
That's
Enough
a lot of
surfing.
facts. That's a lot of
He says talking
surfing
about
facts.
surfing.
Pipeline in Hawaii is often cited as the best experience for surfers. So I was looking at
right.
the best places to surf.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this pipeline in Oahu,
Oh,
in
does
Hawaii.
that mean family?
Oh,
If you've got a little,
Kind of a
fucking-
car.
if you've got a little monster from the Space Monster. Bodie knows who he is. He says this is the famous Johnny Utah. 2 years of surgery after a big injury stopped him going pro. He tells them he's a lawyer instead. Which only in the 90s could the FBI infiltrate a gang by learning to surf with
I
his
know.
real name, using his
Oh, I know,
name.
I know. Instead of them going, oh, what's Johnny Utah up to now? Google it, and it'll tell you he's a fucking
Yeah,
cop.
exactly. Yeah. Well, it's 92, so you know. And
true.
I'm not saying the FBI are bad at undercover work, but calling yourself Johnny Utah is like, I don't know, a thief wearing a name tag that says Rob Bankman or something. Do you know what I mean? It's just
That's pretty, it's
atrocious.
pretty bad, isn't it?
Okay. I mean, and the fact that whoever the guy that must have written this initially, as Maria tells us, there was a writer, and they just went, fuck that, we're going to write it ourselves. And this is the best storyline they came up with.
Yeah. So it's James Cameron. He
Exactly, yeah.
contributed loads to it. But he obviously, I think I watched an interview thing that basically says it was just a vanity project. So, but he, even though he's no credited, he done a lot of the changes to improve the pacing of the film. Didn't care about the actual loopholes in it, like calling himself Johnny Utah, as long as it was fast paced, big man.
Two best lines in a James Cameron film. Your foster parents are dead, and do it slow. Do
some more.
There
Still
you
good,
go.
isn't it? Still good.
Don't debate it, listeners. Don't debate
Nah,
it.
you
It's
can't,
not. It's not for debate. They're the greatest lines that
They're
are
brilliant,
in any
innit?
James Cameron film.
Do some more.
They're not even my favourite lines, but I do like them. I do like them. Back in the office, Harpy's given them both hell. It's been 2 weeks and they've produced nothing, and the ex-presidents have done 2 more back. They have a hair from a ponytail, and they're running tests on it, and it's full of toxins. If they get the same toxins of the hairs, they'll discover what beach they're surfing on.
But yeah, stretch.
Montage of them cutting hair off people on this beach.
I know. I was going to think
By
about
the
it.
way.
What?
And Busey stops these stoners and just cuts this kid's hair. I'm just making a wig for my wife.
I know. Whereas Johnny Unitas giving some big spiel.
There's a bug in your ear, man. And then he cuts it off. He's like, brah, saved your life.
I said, bruh,
And I haven't thought
bruh.
about saying to someone that you saved their life.
I remember that.
for
Saved your
years. Like the amount of times you just grab
And
someone
push him a wee
and go,
bit.
saved your life.
Remember that? I ask at a curb, stand at a curb, and you go, "Oh, save your life!" You're like, fucking hell.
The lad's like, yeah, thanks, Bill and or Ted.
Aye.
After running tests, they learn what beach it is. And he says, oh, yeah, nice Point Break.
Pew, 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 pew.
Wins the film.
So, Latigo Beach. It's a real beach in Malibu. That's
Far
where
away
we
in time.
go. Far away.
Oh, that's Echo Beach. Man, I missed an opportunity. Could have done some Martha and the Muffins facts.
Well, thank God you never.
Thank God, indeed. The location where a wave breaks as it hits the point of land jutting out of the coastline is what a point break is. There you go.
Yep, got it.
Johnny's surfing and accidentally hits this giant of a man who just punches him the fuck out, doesn't he?
Yeah, and then cuts his board off him. I thought that'd be
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Jesus, because there's
Still no
flotation
one with a
device in it.
ponytail here, though. Just as he's leaving, he's stopped by these three goons. Did you spot who one of them was?
One of the chili peppers, wasn't it?
Yeah, Anthony Kiedis from the Chili
Kiedis.
Peppers.
Yeah.
It's no bridges in this for him to be under.
Nah.
Lots of California. Lots of
Oh,
California.
nice.
There's a brawl which ends up with Bodie arriving to save him, and between them they give him a right hiding. Angelo's obviously not got any answer on the radio, so he runs across all these lanes of traffic and just comes steaming in. And the second he sees Bodie, he just goes, "Hey, you guys seen a kid run through here with a car stereo?" Again,
Oh,
it's quick
so good.
thinking from the character. It's brilliantly delivered. And they're just like, no, but there's three guys over there you might want to check out. It's like, oh, thanks very much. Fucking pasted. Fucking beautiful.
It has got good 90s references, isn't it? It's to car stereos.
It's
Remember they
got-
were getting
but it's
knocked
got-
all the time?
Of course they did, because some of them even had a fucking handle on them.
That you could just
took
rip
out
it,
everything.
aye? Or you see
And
somebody
then
with
they
the
got
pins,
to a
remember
point
the
where they just
wee
put
pins?
Yeah, they put the little face thing
Faceplate on it and then took it home at the night. See people in their work with these little wee cases with their...
all the time, mate. All
Jeez,
the time.
yeah.
What a fucking age we lived in. Yeah.
I know.
I'm not saying that, but later Angelo and Johnny are staking out the goons' place until the night shift arrive. And another great Busey line: "Cold pizza, it's good for breakfast." He just throws this second
Loves it,
leftover
mate.
pizza
Loved
out, doesn't he? Johnny goes to a party and Bodie explains he thinks a 50-year storm is coming. Twice a century, a winter storm tears up the Pacific and it turns into the biggest surf anyone's ever seen. It's not tragic to die doing something you love. If it is, then a podcast that gets 500 downloads an episode, listeners, is what I'm going to die doing. And they go, would you believe, John, night surfing deserves a quiet night.
Yeah, and one had a black board. He had a black board, didn't he? As well? Like, right? I think it's
Blackboard
bad enough.
Jungle. Yeah, absolutely. It is not safe, John, to go night surfing.
I don't think it was.
No, mainly because there's no light, which is probably the main reason. But also you can't get an idea of depth and what is up and what is down.
True that. I went night swimming in Mexico once, and the only reason I did it is because it was a full moon and you could literally see for miles, big man.
All right, could
That
you?
was beautiful.
Oh,
Aye.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Full moon, half moon.
Total eclipse.
This is for the English listeners there, or the British ones anyway. This guy on the beach lights a fire, by the way, John, by just fucking slicing a hole in this bottle of lighter fluid, and it just pisses everywhere.
Right.
Doesn't it? Like all over him. And then he just lights the fire. Like, realistically, he would go up like that Danny Trejo fucking
Oh,
dummy
fuck, aye.
in Death Wish 4, wouldn't he?
That's no laugh.
Fuck me. But he
Yeah,
just
it was-
sits there spitting fucking Corona onto it.
Why no? Why no?
Oh,
It's
why
an
no, indeed. Yeah. Johnny does just fine, and Tyler joins him sitting on the board. She says he finally looks chilled, almost happy. They get it on, and the next morning he wakes up on the beach, late work. He arrives at the lookout, and they're going in. These two other FBI lads are here too, and he needs to lay low so he doesn't blow his cover.
Mm-hmm.
Angelo's pretending to be looking for his dog. Scooby,
Again.
Scooby, it's great. It's really good. In the house of the gang members, and Utah's watching them through this little spy mirror he's got on a stick.
I know.
Like a
Aye,
periscope.
yeah. You can see the whole thing with that wee tiny mirror.
Because I thought the guy was having a crafty wank on the bed, but
So did
everything's
that, and
drumming.
then he's drumming and
Yeah.
his glasses in the shower.
Utah can see them loading up weapons when Angelo knocks on the door and asks the woman there for the dog. And radio's Cullen and Alvarez. Don't let him pull his badge, but they can't hear him because of
He's a
Chekhov's
lawnmower.
fucking lawnmower.
Yeah, yeah.
going.
Fucking hell.
They spot the two agents, and just then Angelo bursts in and there's a shootout. Two of them get blasted to fuck, and one gets cuffed. Kiedis gets his Chuck Taylor's blammoed, doesn't he? Oh, man. There's actually some good acting from him on this.
Yeah. Did you see when the two, I don't know if you noticed, but when the two FBI agents came in, they fell over one of the guys and the blonde one smashed his face off the counter?
No, I didn't see that.
Next time you watch it, as soon as he breaks
do.
in, he falls over the top of him and his hands on the down, so he's obviously smashed his face off the counter. Like, that's too funny, man.
50 that's the best we got.
I'd have kept it. I could have said done all right, apart from shooting his own toes off.
There's this Final Destination style battle in front of the lawnmower, isn't there?
Oh,
where
God,
Johnny
nice.
almost gets his face
extreme.
rearranged.
Yeah. Proper
Angelo arrives and just fucking shoots the lawnmower, which luckily he shot in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
And then grabs the guy, speak into the microphone, squid brain. Really know. Some really good, terrible acting from Kiedis as they're kind of wrapping him up. Oh, don't touch it. We see the guy they arrested, and it's little baby Tom Sizemore.
Tom Sizemore, he's blonde hair. What the hell?
Credited, by the way.
Yeah, noticed that. Yeah, totally noticed that.
DA agent Dietz. You think I like this hair, man? You think I like these clothes? My wife wants me to stay at the Ramada.
Every time I see him on that line in Ramada, I'm like, I love this kid. I love this kid. He's got to shoot him. He's not going to shoot him. He's going to shoot him.
He was 3 months undercover, including getting this shit tattoo.
I know.
Not very happy with. He tells them they couldn't have robbed a bank as they were in Fort Lauderdale at the times. So these guys have basically done fucked up. We go back to the police station, and they're kind of going over like checking cars and checking radios and things like that. And one of the guys is like reading out what all the fucking references are. He's like 731 niner, and I was like, did you just throw in a niner there?
Didn't he?
Just throw in a niner for no reason whatsoever. The next morning, very early, Bodie grabs Utah and Tyler and drags them to the beach. But Utah has a moment. That night, he's talking to Angelo and says he was scoping out Bodie following him. And the gang went to the Assured Trust to case the joint and afterwards packed up the house. He knows that this is the last hit that they're going to do. Next morning, they're scoping out the bank, and Angelo is laughing at this Calvin and Hobbes comic strip in the LA Life magazine. And he just goes, Turkey Cemetery. This Calvin and Hobbes is funny, he shouts.
You love that guy, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't find what issue he was talking about, but there's an episode of Calvin and Hobbes, the TV series in 2017 called Calvin and Hobbes and the Pilgrims, where they go back in time to steal turkeys from the Pilgrims.
Oh.
Which is fair.
Why not? Have you got a date? Date for stealing turkey. That's
absolutely right. LA Life magazine, now available at lalifemagazine.com. There you go. Nothing. It's a nothing. It's just a nothing.
Closing the name.
This is the bit Maria mentioned, the absolute brilliant bit. Go and get me 2 meatball subs from across the road. Utah 2. It's great. And I think, let's be honest, listeners, Gary Busey looks like someone who's been fucked by a pair of meatball sandwiches.
Oh,
and
God,
absolutely loved it.
He's seen things. He's seen things.
He certainly has. Oh, bothered sausage.
You're up, Mr. Joshua.
We shouldn't laugh because it's a mental health issue. We really shouldn't.
True.
Utah.
Sorry, mate.
Utah's getting this. Utah's getting these sandwiches, and he gets himself a tuna on fucking brown bread or whatever.
What?
And he's not paying attention. He's like talking to the lassie and getting the drinks and that. And this car pulls up at the bank. And ex-presidents get out and go in.
And
then brilliantly, he goes up back to Busey, and Busey's again facing the comic, like reading it. He's like, "Hey, did you see that car arrive?" He's like, "What car?" And then they just fucking run. It's the one. They are terrible cops.
Oh, they're
like
the worst,
Busey's so. Because again, Busey's like, "Go and get me some lunch." He's like, "It's 10:30 a.m. Yeah, but I want a meatball sandwich." Utah starts shooting at the car as they run for it, and there's a chase which ends up in a petrol station where they nick a Chevy, and Bodie uses a fuel pump like a flamethrower.
Oh, it's pretty rad, isn't it? It's pretty
I mean,
rad.
it does look good, but I thought, I'm going to have to go all Mythbusters on this one. A fuel pump cannot be directly used as a flamethrower, listeners, in the way depicted in Point Break. While a fuel pump can create a spark that ignites fuel, leading to fire, it's not designed for control-directed flame projection like a flamethrower is. They use specific fuel mixtures and mechanisms for controlled projection, which a fuel pump lacks. John, why?
Because they can, and we believe it.
Yeah, of course you do. No, because it looks good.
People are stupid.
Utah chases an on-fire Bodie through the streets, houses, and gardens.
Does a good chase. Good chase.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It doesn't half go on. Down to the river that the T-1000 chases Arnold down in Terminator 2 in the truck.
Yeah, notice that.
It's blatantly a stuntman in a tux and a mask, because you can do whatever you want when a character's in a mask.
Well, apparently in the running scenes, it wasn't him because Patrick Swayze was out promoting Ghost at the time.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. I'll keep you right.
He was busy trying to kick a can in the sun.
Very much.
Tar fucks his knee and can't chase him, but when he gets a chance at a shot, he just points it in the air, yells like Danny Butler.
Yeah, mate, he does his shots. Yep. There's a dog stone, but it's okay. I double checked.
Mate, this massive fucking pit bull comes at him, and then he throws away this tiny Chihuahua toy.
Yeah, so I looked it up. So there was two dogs. One was a real one, and one was a fake. One was famous kicked, but this big one was only thrown 1.5 feet. But it looks, the way they cut it, it looks as if they lobbed it right out. But
yeah, looks like he's tossing the caber, doesn't it?
Aye, some size of dog imagine throwing that thing.
No presidents have ever died by being set on fire. There you go.
Yeah, well.
And with that in mind, I've got a little quiz for you. All right. It's a higher or lower on presidential terms.
Oh,
right?
okay.
So,
right, okay.
I'm going to give you each of these presidents, and you're going to have to tell me if it's higher or lower than the last one. But there's only 4, so I've started with William Henry Harrison, John. He was the 9th president of the United States of America and died of pneumonia 30 days into his term.
Hiya!
Allegedly, because he didn't wear a jacket for his second inauguration. Allegedly. I don't know how true that is.
That's like taking a bullet.
Let's start with Lyndon B. Johnson. Higher or lower than 30 days?
Higher.
Higher, correct. 1,886 days, John. So Jimmy Carter, higher or lower than 1,886?
Lower.
Lower, correct. 1,461.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. Nixon, John, higher or lower than Carter?
Fuck, because he got caught, didn't he?
Famously impeached.
Lower.
Higher.
2026. That's horrible. That horrible little man. Fucking. He is a crook.
And indeed, well, I mean, compare him to Donald Trump. He's a fucking saint.
Oh, aye, yeah, true.
At least he did a lot of socially forward-thinking things. Anyway, and finally, Ronald Reagan. More or less than 2026.
He went full term, 2 terms, didn't he? Full. It's got to be higher then.
It is 2922. That's 8 years, 2 full terms, exactly as you say. Well done, John. You scored 4. You got them all. Fantastic.
Well,
Great.
no, I'm going to be honest. I didn't get one.
Oh, you didn't? No, sorry. You you didn't get Carter.
Yeah, I got 3.
Correct.
We've got
You
listeners.
didn't get
They'll
Carter.
know.
Yeah,
Well done. He
was only in term for 1461 days.
See, Honest Johnny called me. Honest Abe, big man. Honest Abe.
You're a big president, but you're out of shape. To me, it's a full-time term or something. I don't know. Fuck. Who listens to this? I mean, let us know if you listen to this. Let us know.
Many of us.
We're just I mean, we do in the edit, but just
true.
assuming a fucking shouting. And rightly so. We've only got 3, Joe. Angelo knows he's getting too close to Bodie, and he tells him to go home. Tyler cleans him up, and he almost tells her the truth as to who he is. Bodie and the gang are talking about Utah, and they want to run. But Bodie's confident that they can get another one in. It was never about the money for us. It was about us against the system that kills their human spirit. We stand for something to those dead souls inching along the freeways in their metal coffins. We show them the human spirit is still alive. That's some good writing. You know, I would have at least. I certainly thought so when I was fucking 18. Anyway, you know, that really fucking spoke to 18-year-old me. Tyler wakes up Johnny by shooting his bed. She knows he's a federale and admits that his parents aren't dead. She leaves and Bodie arrives and grabs Utah. They have something planned. It's a plane. They're going to jump.
It's a jump, big man. It's a jump.
Now, this bit looks really good, but before that, there's this super bit about packing shoots and this pass the parcel.
Oh, that's so
of
good, isn't it?
shoots. Yeah.
You don't want this one. You don't want it.
Yeah,
Like,
he knows they're
oh.
onto him. Yeah.
Aye.
Shit balls! Shit! It's great from him. They join up in midair and the rest of the gang pull, but these two are playing chicken. The line is, after you, Alphonse, I insist. Bodie pulls Utah's and he's son of a bitch, isn't he? To basically be the last one.
That was off Swayze. He was a skydiver. That's how there's loads of shots of him. He's always he's loving it.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, fair enough. We're here, John.
Alphonse.
Yeah. After you, Alphonse is a reference, John, to a 1903 comic.
Aye, I was going to say that.
A 1903 French comic. Fucking, what a reference. This film is full of references for fucking everybody that's dead now.
Yeah,
Nobody alive.
Nobody will know.
No, exactly. Unless they're listening to this, maybe. Bodie tells Utah he's got an insurance policy. It's for your own good. It's a video of Tyler bound and gagged. Oh, she's a wild one, Special Agent Utah.
I tried to find that video player. I couldn't find it anywhere.
I think you say you tried to find the video. I was going to say you pervert.
No,
in her pants.
Because on one scene it shows him showing it and it's just like a small screen, but when they're leaving it's like a full 12, well, whatever.
Oh, was it
massive.
really?
Aye,
Right. Okay.
so it's not really consistent. So I didn't know. I couldn't pick it out. My bad.
Bodie says he's the only one that knows where she is, and that Rosie will gut her like a pig at 3 p.m. if he doesn't hear from him. They head to the bank. They've all got masks except for Johnny. They give him a vest, although they give him a gun with no bullets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Call them shells. They head in, and it's time to hit the vaults this time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mistake because there's a cop in line next to the security guard, and he's packing heat. He shoots both Regan and Utah. Luckily, bulletproof vests.
Took it.
But he gets LBJ killing him and wounding Nixon before Bodie blows him away. They escape without Johnny. Later, the cops are here and they're cuffing Utah. The chief is going berserk and Angelo gives him hell. I was in this department while you were popping your zits and jacking off to the ladies in the Sears catalogue. There's one thing I learned in all those years you ain't got. And he pops him, doesn't he? Knocks him out. Respect for your elders. It's
That was good.
In the car, Angelo drives Utah to the airport. As they're loading the plane, Utah gets out. There's a gun on you. Let me know where she is. People are dead. The ride is over. They spot Angelo, but he manages to get shot off and hit Roach in the guts, but he's blown away. Mm-hmm. And now all my interest in this film is
dead.
over.
Did it die as soon as he got killed?
No,
There's no Busey.
poor crazy
There's no
Gary
Busey.
Busey.
Crazy Gary Busey.
I knew I should have worn a helmet for this fat. If he's not going to wear one for a fucking motorbike, he ain't going to wear one for this, is he? They all get on the plane and head out. Bodie's getting Roach set up to jump on his chute, giving him a money bag. He complains of being cold. You're cold because the blood running out of your body. You'll be dead soon. And this bit of see you in hell, Johnny. He's quite good.
Motivational. You got Dyson.
Roach makes the jump and Bodie throws himself out. Johnny jumps out without a chute to follow him, aiming for him and grabs him. Now, I didn't look this up, but I can't help thinking. I mean, if you miss, what's the chances that you're on the exact trajectory?
There's that person. I know.
To get this guy, especially he leaves it
So late,
long
yeah, because he's thinking about it, isn't he?
before jumping out, doesn't he?
No, I get you.
And if you miss him,
That's
that's
you. You're done.
you fucking finished. Exactly.
Yeah, I know, I totally agree.
Seems like a lot of it and a small amount of Swayze,
Of
doesn't it?
person, I know.
to
I mean,
fucking aim for.
big personality, but it's tiny wee. He's tiny wee.
Indeed. Patrick Swayze did 55 jumps for the skydiving scenes, John, and insisted on doing most of his own surfing.
Nah, well done to him. Yeah.
So that was pretty good.
He was the only one, I think, that went with like a pro surfer. Keanu couldn't do nothing, and Laurie Petty couldn't do either, but
All right.
Swayze was the one. He's just got a can-do attitude, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Apparently, up until certainly whenever this fact was written, Keanu's always surfed. I don't know if he still does.
Oh, really?
50s. Yeah,
Oh, good on him.
Yeah. On the back of it, he just absolutely loves it.
Aye.
He grabs hold of him and it's pull the chute. He says, pull it, Johnny, and you'll have to drop the gun to hold on or you'll die. Johnny drops his gun and pulls it with less than 6 seconds remaining. Fuck, my knees hurt looking at this.
I know. Because I was looking for a deployment. Tandem skydivers and parachutes are typically deployed around 5,000 to 5,500 feet. For solo skydivers, the deployment altitude is between 2,500 and 3,500 feet. So
Okay.
they left it a bit short.
Absolutely they did. Yeah, surely they'd be dead.
Heavy did.
Bodie heads off. Looks like this time you won't be getting your man. It's a game we both lose. Rosie arrives in the Jeep and kicks Tyler out. She runs to him and the pair escape. They grab Roach's money, leaving his corpse in the desert. And Johnny and Tyler hug.
Oh.
Sometime later in Australia, at Torquay Bells Beach, it's
Wow.
absolutely pissing it
Bucketing,
down. Isn't
it really is, isn't it?
And all these surfers are leaving as Utah arrives. It looks like an apocalypse film. I was expecting Tia Leone to be hugging Max Shell on a beach.
Sitting on a beach, just waiting for the big,
the wave.
big death scene.
A 50-year wave, dude. Utah approaches Bodie. I've been to every city in Mexico. Missed you by a week in Fiji. I knew you wouldn't miss a 50-year storm, Bodie. He refuses to go quietly, so they have a fight in the phone. It's like that last scene in the fucking Last of Us Part 2.
Aye.
I told them you'd go quietly. Just then a chopper comes over. I'm screwed. I'm going to jail. I'll pay. And Utah gets his man. He begs him one last wave before they take him, and Utah allows it. Vea con Dios, which means go with God.
Nice.
In Spanish. The cops are raging. You let him go? No, I didn't. We'll get him when he comes back in.
Yeah,
like,
coming
we'll get
back,
him when
bro.
he comes back in, so we will. He's
his
not
canoe.
coming back. Bodie fucking eats it. Like, it's the worst.
It's probably the worst ending because it's a big build up and that,
Yeah,
and then it's like 2 seconds of
it's just
footage.
Yeah, exactly. Johnny walks away throwing his badge in the surf. Cue the most 1992 rock ever over the credits.
I know, huh?
I don't know about Australian weather, like Torquay fucking Bells Beach, Australia. It was like fucking Torquay in England this week.
Nah,
the
pretty
weather.
much, aye.
What do you expect to see from a Torquay Bells Beach hotel window? Herds of Johnny Utahs sweeping majestically across the plain. You know, fucking rubbish. Yeah, and that's the movie, John. I bet you've got loads more, have you?
Oh, I've got some. Yeah, I've got some.
Go on then.
So they mentioned Mulholland Drive a couple of times.
Oh,
actually.
mate, they do, yeah.
Aye. So Mulholland Drive is famous for its stunning views, its celebrity residence, and its association with the film industry because it's in a lot of good films like Mulholland Drive.
So funny you should mention that, John, because Mulholland Drive, the road, is 21 miles long. Mulholland Drive, the film, is 2 hours 27 minutes long. Mulholland Drive, the road, leads to Leo Carrillo State Park. Mulholland Drive, the film, leads to confusion and disappointment and anger at spending $1.99 renting it in 2002.
What?
I mean,
It's a
certainly
lot of
from my
facts.
viewpoint.
There's a lot of facts.
Certainly from my viewpoint. Yeah.
Kathryn Bigelow directed Near Dark, which I'm still to see.
Which you've still not seen, have you,
No,
mate?
I can't find
love
it anywhere, man. Can't find it.
Oh, when you come down, I'll put the DVD on.
Oh, please.
Standard definition DVD on my big telly.
Good to tell you. I know, I'll be rubbish. Shotguns, we've got a Moosberg 590, Moosberg 500, Remington 870, and an Ithaca 37. I just went shotguns this time because we do the pistols all the time, so fuck it. Keanu Reeves has got good taste in cars because in this film he drove a 1970s Mustang, and in John Wick he drove a 1969 Mustang, so...
Oh, previous episode.
He likes a car.
I always forget we did that.
I know, so there. That dog. There isn't a literal big storm every 50 years, so
Oh, right, okay.
Sick it. To obtain your skydiving license, you need a minimum of 18 jumps, right?
Yeah.
And to become a skydiving instructor, specifically a tandem instructor, you need a minimum of 500 skydives over a 3-year period. What?
hell.
500? Jesus.
Who's got the time and money?
Well, imagine that's a job. Take your life in your hands every single day. Well, I do it climbing poles, but I've got safety
I
harness.
bet you do.
What you got?
There was no San Diego air crash in 1984, but the Pan Am 759 Miami to San Diego crashed in 1982, killing all 145 people on board.
Mate.
California Games, John. The best game on California Games was easily surfing. A California Games TV series was considered in the late 1980s as part of the Super Mario Bros. Power Hour, 1 hour animation block of Nintendo-focused video games. Concept art was produced for the project by Deke Animation.
Deek.
It's been 40 years now, John, and I still don't know what the fuck a hacky sack is.
It's a little light. It's like one of the
Like a little
paws with the
beanbag.
beads. Aye,
Yeah,
but
it is what it is.
We've got a couple of hacky sacks hanging.
Wipeout by the Safaris, we did on another episode, but I can't remember what it was. But John, Wipeout the TV show ran for 7 seasons and 130 episodes in the USA and has been remade in the following countries. Hold on, John and listeners. Arabic nations, Argentina, where it's called Hombre al Agua,
Nice.
Brazil, Belgium, Canada, Croatia, England, Greece, Iceland, Poland, Romania, Serbian, Sweden, Slovakia, Slovenia, Turkey, Ukraine, Norway, the Philippines, Mexico, India, Lithuania, Mozambique, and where, John?
The Netherlands?
Yeah, there you go. You thought I was throwing you.
No. I'll do it again. I'll do it properly. The Netherlands.
No, it's done.
Oh,
You
rubbish.
spoilt it. Spoilt it for
Sorry.
yourself and for the listeners.
I was in shock. I had to say it twice, but I just said it normally.
The surfing filmed in the Pacific Ocean. It's the largest and deepest of Earth's 5 oceans. It extends from the Arctic Ocean in the north to the Southern Ocean and is jumped by the continents of Asia and Australasia in the west and the Americas in the east at 165,250,000 square kilometers in area. The Pacific Ocean is the largest division of the world ocean, and hydrosphere covers approximately 46% of the Earth's water surface and 32% of the planet's total surface area, larger than its entire land area.
Wow. Jesus.
Yes. How do you like that?
That's impressive.
The film came close to production in 1986 with offers to Matthew Broderick, Johnny Depp, Val Kilmer, and Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, I seen Johnny Depp
Directed by Ridley Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Worst film, arguably.
Possibly.
Worst film. Right, I think that's probably all I've got.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the lot for me. So I'll top them up. You tell us how many you think we got.
I'm gonna go to the year, big man. I'm gonna go to the year it was out. 91.
Oh, 80.
1980. Was it no 1980?
It was a good year. It was a very good year. Thank
Okay.
Frank Sinatra. So yes, Maria, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're not too disappointed that we didn't get 100. We always try and get 100, especially, but sometimes you just don't want to ruin the fun, do you?
Yeah.
You don't want to ruin the fun.
True.
So there you go. So 80 it was. Fantastic. So if, like Maria, you want to get a shout out at the episode, then you can. And to do so, you just need to give us a quid at patreon.com/100thingsfilm. Let's shout out those lovely human beings when I finally bring up the page.
You not done that yet?
So thank you to Kurt, Gadget, James, Lee Davies, Candy, Oodles, Kieran, lovely Rob Jones, Jen and Ian Stewart, Megan, Dale, Ali, Maria, once again, you gave us a great film to watch, Paul Parks at SP Film Viewers, Ian McComish, Nigel Davis at The Wonder Emporium, Dan and Gavin Belson from... Again, I was just about to say super familiar with the Wilsons. I've only had half a pint, so it can't be that. With Belson, Aaron Hugg at the Z1 Podcast, Joe from Hallmark of Greatness, Biggie, we've got Mono from Mono Rants at the Movies, Ian Graham, Gav McGill, Josh Wilson, he's from Super Familiar with the Wilsons, Wonderful Stig, a reference just for you in the show, Rachel and Phil. Thank you very much for all of your support, guys, and hopefully one of you will not be too unhappy that you've been spun, but the rest of you will all be furious. Ready for the next episode. John, something nice to say to the lovely people that have made it to the end of the show.
Just a big thanks to Maria, because I really actually enjoyed that. It's good that people don't try and take pot shots at us and make us watch shit. So.
No, you've set them up now. Stig is still to be spun. So you know.
Stig, don't do it. But no, thank you, Maria. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Fantastic. Look, I really appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you do, listeners. Give us a shout out on the socials and give us a reskeet or whatever happens on Blue Sky and Facebook these days, and help us to get to other people. Recommend us to a friend. Recommend us to someone you fucking hate, probably. Recommend us to someone who doesn't like films, because they'll get a lot more out of it than people that like. People that like films listened for like 10 minutes and never listened again. So
we're like Audible, aren't we? Like it's a service. If you don't want to watch a film, just listen to your podcast and really rip it to pish and tell you the truth.
Absolutely, yeah. If you want to listen to bad impressions and terribly written jokes, then do so. Yeah, fantastic. Well, he's been John. I've been Planty, and this has been 80 Things We Learned from Point Break. Toodle.